The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday! Welcome to the show. Hanging with the Boys, presented each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Hey, Brandon.
You are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza, where there ain't a soul in sight. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. Outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, because it is 102 degrees still. And it feels like 107. High today is going to be 105. There is an excessive heat warning. The low is 82, but there's relief in sight, fellas. But not until next week. Tuesday, there's going to be a high of 77. But we got to get through today. Tomorrow's 105, 96 on Saturday, 90s through the weekend, and then we get some relief. So there we go. How was everybody's hump day?
Hey.
How do y'all feel now that we got the first show of actual meaningful football talk? No more what he looked like in pads and how was the contact and did they go 75%? Like real football. Like who are we playing this week and what are they doing and matchups? You feel good?
I feel great.
We good?
I feel great.
We good? We good?
We good.
I'm getting shirts. I'm getting
I
good
just-
We
shirts.
good shirts?
I just hate that they got.
Are you
good shirts?
Are you going to put the meme on them where the guy's hair's on fire? You know, the room's
Oh,
on fire?
yeah.
We're good.
Now I'm putting Nate's face on there. Nate's face on it.
That's right. We good, bro.
logo on
We
there,
good.
too.
Y'all can say what you want. We
Oh,
gonna control
what shirt you got on today, Nate?
He believe.
Prime you. And Jesse, what are you rocking over there?
Cross advertising.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Don't get us in trouble.
The guy
Please
Find me
don't
on
get us in
Sunday.
trouble.
the guy that doesn't wear hats 2 days in a row.
I wore this hat specifically for you today, and because I'm having a bad hair day.
Are
I'm
you?
getting my hair done. You know,
I was going to ask you, how often do you get your hair done?
it all depends.
Yeah.
Every 3 weeks.
About, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're going, who you're seeing, what you're doing.
Yeah, it always depends
Am
on.
I getting off the couch this
Yeah,
weekend?
it's like-
Who am I? Yeah.
You know,
I get it.
It's the start of the season, so I'll figure out,
Yeah.
I get this thing rocking and rolling this weekend, and it'll carry me through the first couple of weeks of the
Kurt,
season.
how often do you get haircuts?
Oh, probably between 4 and 6 weeks. But I need to do it more often.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that.
Yeah, I think you should let it grow out to your butt. I remember there was one point where you didn't have hair and you couldn't grow
was.
hair.
Yeah,
you ought to
it
just
was.
let it flow.
No,
Surprised.
that
Have
would
you
look
ever
so
done that,
bad.
being a rocker?
The longest I ever got it was kind of down past my ears.
That's
But
it?
It didn't look good.
We need picks.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We need to bring that back.
We
like,
need cornrow Nate back.
Cornrow Kurt.
Nate.
I don't know about cornrow Kurt. I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
I like Nate with cornrows.
We need to cornrow Nate back. That was a rebel.
Man, I just hope we can control Dexter.
How often do you get your hair cut, Nate, before we get into football?
Every 5 weeks during the season. 'Cause
Okay.
I like for it to kind of have a little glimmer, little peach fuzz,
Yeah.
and I let it grow. But then I don't want to get,
Are you
jungle.
shaving it every 5 weeks?
Yeah, just shave.
Yeah?
Once every 5 weeks. Yeah, so I can. My wife don't like it, but hey, that was a joke for yesterday.
Yeah, we won't bring that.
Moving on to football. So today we got Cowboys defense, Giants offense, right?
Yes.
Right.
The Giants have an offense. Oh
They
yeah,
do.
Barkley, I forgot.
They do.
Yeah, they got a bad man in the backfield. If he can stay healthy. So how do we
act like they not excited about?
They're
looking
not
at us, dog.
tour? There's a tour going by outside. How are y'all?
How y'all doing? Man? You waving like y'all paid too much for the tour.
Probably did.
Where do we start? Cowboys
Well,
defense.
let a black woman pass, boy. Just to get to give it as a parade wave.
I love black women. Let's be clear.
went with his ring.
I love black women.
He went with his parade.
My black sister. I love me
Look
some
at
black.
that.
What to you?
He
I
gave
love
his
my white
parade
brothers
wave.
too. I love my
He's like, man, I
my white
thought he was
brothers
like,
too.
what about me?
But I love me some black women. What T.O.
Yeah.
say? I love me some me.
Yeah.
I love me some sisters.
Nah.
In case you were wondering,
For real.
we've got that out
What's the
in the
call-in
universe.
number there?
Yeah. Calling on Friday. If
Tomorrow, oh yeah, we're taking calls tomorrow. 888-855-2297.
That would be Friday.
Tomorrow.
Get a date out of this.
Yeah, there you go. This could. I mean, he's not on Instagram, but he's on the hotline. 888-855-2297. Hit him up.
Text in. Text in.
Cowboys defense.
Yes.
What are we going to be looking? What's the matchup? Nate, we'll start with you because it's probably going to be something up front that you're going to.
Dexter Lawrence, man. Dexter Lawrence, too.
He's not on our defense.
It's our defense. My mind is stuck, man. I'm telling you.
We did that yesterday.
My mind's stuck, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you that worried about Dexter Lawrence?
Yes, I am. Because, I hate for my shirt to come out. We're going to be all right, and it turn out to be a joke.
Our defense. What are they going to dominate?
They rank number 8 in the whole NFL from what Kurt says. Yeah, they're going to dominate. You're going to take advantage of Danny Dimes.
Who's going to dominate?
The whole defense.
The whole defense.
Yeah, Dan Quinn. The mad scientist and the whole defense is going to dominate. We know who we'll let Jesse tell us about his, what you call him, an alien or extra rare. Yeah, we'll let Jesse, but the whole defense. The whole
So you're not even worried about the defense?
No.
How many points are the Giants going to score?
Probably about 6.
That's what I
6
think.
to about 12.
Wow.
32.5 to 6.
Yeah, they ain't going to score much.
I think Saquon might get 1. I'll give him 7.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Come on, man.
Well, good talk, Nate. What about you, Jess? Who
Here's
you
the
looking
thing.
at?
Here's the thing about the National Football League. This is a copycat league, one, and the NFL will always, always, always test where you are weak. And for the longest time, the Cowboys have been weak where?
Stopping the run.
Stopping the run.
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle. So guess who's going to get some work this week?
Not up the middle.
Up the middle.
Mozzie. We're going to see what Mozzie's all about this week.
You're gonna have to figure out what Mozzie is. You're gonna have to figure out where is Jonathan Hankins.
That's who we got to test.
Like, those are the two guys that they're going to test up front early in this football game. Now, unlike most people who are covering the Cowboys and Giants football game, I have a little bit more higher respect for what the Giants are offensively. I look at Daniel Jones being in the second year with Brian Daboll, see the improvement that he made after the first year. I think that improvement continues. They added a receiver in Jalen Hyatt, who is a speedster. And Jalen Hyatt has he's going to have a little bit of chip on his shoulder. If you go back and you watch when one of the who's the Cowboys receiver coach? It's on here somewhere.
Oh, is that the one that dissed him in the?
It dissed him in the workout. Mm-hmm. He said, "What you gonna do today?" He's like, "I'm gonna do good." He's like, you can't run routes. Like, you can't run routes. We know you fast. We know that part, but you can't run routes. Don't think Jalen Hyatt
ain't gonna run some routes.
Forgot that. Now, you got to go up against Trayvon Diggs. You got to go up against Stephon Gilmore. Mm-hmm. And we know how we feel about them, and I said what I feel about both of those guys. But Giants, offensively, we can get after Daniel Jones. In the 6 meetings since, was it 2019, the Cowboys on average sacked Daniel Jones 2.5 times a game in the 6 meetings. Mm-hmm. So that part we understand. That part we know that offensive line, while it's improved, I don't think it's better than what the defensive line the Cowboys are showing up with. But it's going to start first and foremost with stopping the run. Hankins, you have to be big. Like, in every sense of the word. You're already a big human being, but you have to be so big in that interior, because if we can't stop that run, what's going to now end up happening is you have the play action pass. And oh, by the way, the one thing that they added to this offense, they've given you a deep threat with Jalen Hyatt. They're going to give you a significant run game, screens with Saquon Barkley. But this matchup between Jaron Kearse / Malik Hooker, maybe even Deron Bland, whoever's playing that nickel position, against Darren Waller, it's going to be a chess match. You're going to have to figure out, and we're going to win some, and they're going to win some, because Darren Waller, when healthy, is probably one of the best, if not the, I should say one of the best, because Travis Kelce's still out there. Mm-hmm. He's still alive. He ain't dead.
You're talking about a chip on your shoulder. He's going to have a little bit of a chip, too.
He's
Not
going to have a little
against the
chip on
Cowboys,
his shoulder,
but just in general.
So offensively, again, this Giants team is not a bad football team. Like, you got to put a little bit of respect on them.
Mm-hmm.
So you talking about stopping the run.
Yes.
Need to do that. This defense is essentially, other than adding Mozzie, who we feel maybe isn't quite ready for a lot of big impact, the defense personnel is the same. So, and they were 22nd.
No, it's not.
They were 22nd in the league last year.
There's not.
Against the run.
It's not. Jonathan Hankins has a full year to learn to play it the way they want it really played. Osa, number 97, has had a tremendous camp. I think he's going to take a leap. This is not the same. This is not going to be the same defense. And I think they have a more than average chance of being a much better run. This is not the same.
So same personnel,
but just another year
maturity.
in.
You
Yes,
think it
sir.
makes that big of a difference?
97 is finna do some things this year. Osa, John, if barring injury, Hankins is ready. He feels good. He looks good. Mozzie, make him a one-trick pony. You just put him on the center. Say, I want to see him in the lap of the
How much are we going to
quarterback.
see him in this game? How much work's he going to get?
Not much. It should be about Gallimore. Gallimore can make his bones this year. Gallimore can make his bones. Golston, we should see more of Golston, Chauncey Golston, than anything. This is not a year or a time that you play with a guy that's not quite there yet. Mozzie is not there yet.
So why draft him in the first round? This is the guy you have to play. You have to play him.
The first round, 27th player picked. Am I correct? Was he first round top 10? He wasn't even first round top 15. This is a guy that you drafted in the first round at number 27. We gave him a chance during the preseason. It was a little bit too big. Now you narrow it down. I'm not saying don't play him, but you put him over the center and say, this is what you do. Don't give him a whole lot until he's ready for a whole lot.
So is it basically situational?
Yeah,
Here's what
first
you do,
down.
here's what I. Yeah.
First down. First down, because second down, unless it's second down and 1 or second down and 4 or less, or even better, second down and 3 or less, now he's still in there. But if it's second down and 4, then boom, out. Gallimore come in, boom. Because you can't afford to take a chance against Saquon Barkley.
I agree.
That's how the game is hinged.
I agree. That's a great point. Great point.
Yeah.
Great point.
Go ahead on, Jess. Get through.
No, and you know, speaking of the Cowboys defensively, this starts the middle and the end starts with Micah Parsons.
Yes.
He is the
Would you call him an alien?
an alien. Like
Out of this world?
and trust me, seeing what
We got some Twilight Zone music. Now we got to pay for it.
Seeing what Nick Bosa got yesterday and his deal, Micah could be all coy all he want. He saw that money yesterday and go, I got to go get Defensive Player of the Year, so my number could be $35 million a year, not $34 million a year. So he has an added bonus to what he wants to do defensively, but it starts with Micah. It starts with Micah. I will say this all year long. If there's any rep of Micah Parsons not going after the quarterback, Dan Quinn wasted a rep.
Think
You're
so?
going deep.
Wow.
If there's any rep that number 11 is on the football
You
field,
think he's a rush-only guy, huh?
if he is not going after the quarterback, wasted rep.
So
That's what Parcells did with
Wasted
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
His third year, because, the first few years he made him be that linebacker, drop back every now and then, and he got the thinking like, hold on.
Micah Parsons should never be in coverage. Ever. There should never be a defense that Dan Quinn draws up that puts Micah Parsons in coverage.
You'd rather for him to take a playoff standing at the end of the line than to be sitting back there.
Where you got to account for
Yeah.
him?
I'd rather him just dance with the next tackle a little bit than him being in coverage.
Yeah.
Really?
100%. Any
about-
snap.
What about these teams we saw some last year where they're like the best way to, just go right at him, and they've got a pretty solid left tackle over there.
He beefed up this year.
Do you think that's not a problem?
No, it ain't, because what I hope Micah has learned, like other great linebackers / developed into defensive ends, is with me being bulked up, I still have a certain amount of quickness on this tackle.
Do you say bulked up or bucked up?
Bulked up.
Okay.
Bulked. And that he will have a certain amount of leverage and quickness that he can explode in this dude, engage him, and disengage. Micah Parsons was a great run defender as a rookie. But all of a sudden, he I want to rush. And so it kind of slipped. He still got that ability. Now he has to do is put it into play. Because if you do it early in the game, you jam it up, they're like, we can't run over there, and we definitely can't pass over there. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like a great corner. You know, once a great corner learns how to tackle, come up, now he really shuts down that part of the field.
What about secondary, Cowboys secondary? How do we feel about the safety position?
It's a solid position. I think Malik Hooker, you add in Jaron Kearse, and you have to understand the way that Dan Quinn is now playing this defense. While Jaron Kearse is listed as a safety, the way they're playing this big nickel or big dime, however you want to call it, you're using more, and this is not just the Cowboys. This is a universal national football thing. They're starting to use more of these safeties or hybrid type guys. You know, a while ago, it used to be guys like Buda Baker. They called it the star position.
Yeah.
These guys are now who are safety built are playing more box, more of the linebacker type situation, because what it gives you now, it gives you the opportunity that if the back releases to your side, and now I have a guy who's capable enough to defend an arrow route, to defend a return route, to defend a Texas route, to defend a seam route, a wheel route. If the tight end,
let me just explain what a wheel route is. You don't understand how great a hips you have to have. Most linebackers can't do it. Is that correct? When they come out and they kind of run out into the flats, and all of a sudden they turn up and go.
Yep.
And that simple move, I used to think that's too simple. But most linebackers can't flip their hips and get their head around to run with that guy.
Because what ends up happening is the backs come out of the backfield, they run an out route, and the linebacker goes from looking at the cornerback to now looking at him, and then he starts beelining toward him because of an angle.
Yes.
And all of a sudden the back goes whoop, and now he has to go.
Yeah.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late. So they want guys who are able to defend that. But they also want guys now in the new age of tight ends in the National Football League, they look like me. They're 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 230, 240 pounds.
Got to be able to bring them down, huh?
The days of the 260, 70-pound tight end, the stumbling, bumbling, big-footed Frankenstein tight ends are done. Mm-hmm. Now these guys got wiggle, they got shake. Most linebackers can't stay with them. Most DBs are too little. So I need the Jaron Kearses of the world who are 6'2", 215 pounds to be able to run with those guys, jam those guys up, but also be able to come up in that box and defend the run as well. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be fine on the back end. It's going to be the corners. This is going to be a big day for Trayvon Diggs, a huge day for Stephon Gilmore. My only concern about the corner position, Stephon Gilmore cannot run with these fast receivers. When I talk about run, the way that they're going to have to play this, Stephon Diggs is at his best when everything's in front of him. He's excellent at identifying splits, identifying down and distance, identifying routes, route combination, and route concepts. Where Stephon Gilmore, even in his prime, but even more so now on the tail end of his career, if you've been at any practice, he cannot run down the field with these guys. So there's going to have to be times where when they go single high, when they want to bring a little pressure, Dan Quinn wants to bring a little pressure, and this Jalen Hyatt over there, you got to get to Daniel Jones. Because if he has a chance to sit back there and let that thing fly, it's going to be trouble. But anything in front of Stephon Gilmore, phenomenal.
So will they move safety over to help him or anything?
Well,
He's leaning.
You want him to lean that way and trust that your young stud on the other side, Trayvon Diggs, can do it. But Trayvon has had his moments where he's kind of been. You have to. The Giants team last year, their skill level at receiver wasn't as good as it is. And I'm not saying this group is an all-world group. It's better than it was a year ago. So you have more options now at that wide receiver position to take the shots down the field. I like the Cowboys matchup. I think they are better equipped. And when you have to look at, who has the better side of the ball, I'll take Stephon Diggs. I'll take Stephon Gilmore.
Sure, we'll take
Stephon. And yeah, I know. I'll take Stephon Gilmore and I'll take Trayvon Diggs over the other two receivers, but those guys can make plays. You got to get home to Daniel Jones. And most importantly, when you get to Daniel Jones, you got to bring him down. He has killed us in the past with his legs.
He's one of those guys. not saying he runs like Aaron Rodgers, but he's sneaky that you look at him and you're like,
he's athletic,
like a tall, lanky, just goofy quarterback.
Athletic.
But he can get it.
He's had 70 yards in a game against the Cowboys for you before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a guy, and especially on those downs where, again, when you bring that pressure, because when you're in man-to-man or you're in single high, even when you're in cover 3, which a lot of what Dan Quinn runs in this defense, the safety is in the middle of the field and he's 20 yards back, right? Even your corners are on the outside and they're off coverage, but they're playing cover 3 zone. So they still have everything in that third of the football field from where they stand all the way to infinity. So when guys get to running vertically, the safety's already back, looking back into the defense. If you miss, there's a bunch of open field for Daniel Jones. And what ends up happening is he has that, you can call it sneaky athleticism, you can call it whatever you want, but he has the ability to outrun angles and make plays when you want to get off the field. So the Cowboys have to really, 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 really be solid on keeping that pocket contained and not giving creases where Daniel Jones can slip in there.
Doing your job.
Doing your job.
All right, let's talk about that Giants offense more. You brought up the receivers. You brought up the athleticism of Daniel Jones. We know they got that bad man in the backfield. Like on paper, the Giants look really good on offense. But, Nate, we want to know, what's that offensive line all about? I think I heard there's a rookie starting right in the middle. Let's talk about the impact of that. And also, we have a new slogan and some new signage around the Star. We'll bring that up when we come back. And so much more
on
the People Show.
Man.
Hanging with the boys.
Come on, man. Bench press is due.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
We are back to the SWBC podcast studio. Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holly, Nate Newton. I am Shannon Gross, and we are Hanging with the Boys. And every show, the second segment, is sponsored by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Nate.
I called my man Kurt earlier. He was over by the training table. I said, Kurt, what's up? He turned around, waved at me. I said, Charles Hader, you know Kurt? He like, who is that?
Again, he knows I'm that guy who did the magazine, but he don't know my face.
Yeah, I'm like, Kurt, man, you got to get a little bit known.
But but to my boy's credit, that's Charles Haley. Charles don't know half the people he knew yesterday, today. And know that he know today, he might not know tomorrow.
Did he have shoes on?
Yes, I was so happy he had shoes on. Yeah, he had slides, bedroom slides.
Okay, but he had shoes on. He wasn't walking around in his sock or his bare feet.
I wanted to tell him, Charles, all of these, all this equipment
we don't take
you
Charles.
can't get you no clean shirt.
We don't take Charles' opinion of knowing Kurt as Bible.
He knows I can help him out once in a while. I know that.
Yeah.
One day Charles want to fight me. One day Charles is my friend. Just never know what it's going to be.
You never
Still
know
helping
what you
out
will
over
get.
there? Is he helping? Was he in the helping coach today?
They let him walk in there. I don't know how much helping he's doing. They let him walk in there. We sat at the table with Coach Mike, man, Coach McCarthy, and I'm looking at Charles. Whether you believe it or not, he is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, was he talking trash to the coach?
He talked
Coach
to
McCarthy said,
everybody.
well, he told a story about when he was growing up, and he said, Coach McCarthy said, is that when you decided you didn't like coaches? I'm like, wow.
All right, Giants offense. Daniel Jones, you already talked about that, Jesse. How do you, if you're the Cowboys, do you scheme for that, or do you just say everybody do your job, know your assignment, or do you have a guy shadow him? Do you, if it's a certain look, do you think, okay, this could be a breakdown in the play and there's a run? Like, do you defend against that, or do you just play your game and do your role?
It's both.
Yeah.
It's first. The first things first is I want to create an atmosphere defensively where he doesn't have running lanes. That's the first thing that you want to do, and then it's situational, right? On third down, you go, well, Damone Clark. This is why you're in the game, to be that mobile linebacker. On first and second downs, maybe you say, well, Leighton Vander Esch, this is why you're in that game. So the first thing you want to do defensively is I want to make sure that my rush lanes, I have the integrity of my rush lanes. This is one of if there's any area where Micah Parsons, outside of working on his hands and getting the offensive hands off of him, the part where Micah Parsons, and this happens a lot with exceptionally great players, they have this mindset and this belief that I can go and do the wrong thing and athleticism will get me to the right thing. And a lot of times last year, Micah, who was supposed to be having containment, which meaning outside, his outside shoulder being on the outside side of the tackle and always keeping that outside arm free, sometimes see something on the inside and go, I'm going inside. And then now what you have is you lose integrity, because now I got two guys going inside and I have nobody to cover the outside lane. And if a quarterback has good pocket presence, he sees that, and now he's making the maneuver to get outside in the pocket. And so for Micah, he has to be, that's why I say have rush integrity. Wherever we're supposed to rush. If I'm supposed to rush in the A gap, I got to stay in the A gap. I can't be over in the B gap. If I'm supposed to keep outside containment, I got to keep outside containment. I can't give these opportunities for rush gaps, for rushing lanes when we're supposed to have certain spots, because that throws everything off. And when you're out of place, you've now messed up everything kind of in the order of how you want to protect your defense. So that's the first thing is proper rush lanes, be where it's supposed to be, and then, hey, linebackers, safeties, do what you're supposed to do and tackle.
And see, this is the game where you have no down where you can't have that. If they have 80 plays, you have to have that lane integrity for 80 plays because of the pass run option. Mm-hmm. And because how shifty Saquon Barkley is. So you have to keep this the whole game. These guys are going to have to play very disciplined the whole game to prevent all of what he's talking about, because Barkley is so shifty.
How much does he scare you catching the ball out of the backfield?
Who that?
Barkley.
Saquon.
How much does
I don't
he
want
scare
that. That is why you may see that big safety look a lot. Now, Jesse may know more. I don't know if Damone Clark can cover him out in open space in a swing or a wheel route. I don't know that. I know these other guys can. Will they be able to bring him down just as soon as he catch that ball and bring him down? We'll have to find that out. But that integrity we talking about, this is going to have to be knowing your assignment, because Barkley is so great, and I'm basing everything off Barkley, even what you said about how to stop Daniel Jones. If Barkley is cutting loose for more than 4 yards a run, or maybe 4 yards a catch, we're going to be in trouble. Because this dude is a heartbeat from breaking it. And once he break it, the whole game open up. because you're going to start putting 6 guys on him, and that's when this dude, the quarterback, going to take off. And when he take off, like you say, Jess, he going to blow up all the angles. Mm-hmm. So it's still, to me, going to come down to make sure you have that lane integrity and you make sure Barkley don't get started. Last year, remember, we didn't let him get started. So that brought a lot on to Jones. Patrick, is his name Patrick Walker? Mm-hmm. Had a great stat where we've kept him, every time he's been on a 62% passing, he's lost. So that means if you take Barkley out of the game and put it on him and just contain his running, you don't have to stop it. Contain his running, make him throw the ball, and if he ain't hot, you got a good chance.
Yeah.
He ain't hot.
Will you see, with Darren Waller being as big of a threat as he is, will you see J-Ron? How are they going to defend that? Will J-Ron shadow him a lot? Because I know he's had some success against some bigger receiver type tight ends, or will they just play normal and whoever winds up matching up on him?
No, you don't want to be normal. No, not against Waller. If he's healthy, which he will be coming out for, no, you don't. No, he ain't the average tight end.
You got to account for him.
Saying, and I'm not saying our tight ends ain't good, but he's saying if that's Hendershot, or if that, Ferguson, you like, oh, hey, Curse, here you go. But Waller's a different story, bro. Here's a different story. He will hurt you. You gotta take great pains. I like Coach Belichick's old method. I'd rather have a guy late to rush the passer and have a guy jam this tight end every time he's close. He ain't got to be at the end of offensive line, but even if he's just 2 feet off, get somebody to jam him.
Mess up his timing?
Yes. Because Waller a beast. He been hurt the last 2 years, but before that, go back and check his stats.
Oh, yeah.
This dude a beast, man.
Yeah. And he's one of those guys where you talk about the catch radius, where even when he's covered, he's open.
Yes.
Because of his athletic ability, because of his size, because of his catch radius. So you don't want to go. You can't go normal with an abnormal dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you can't go normal with an abnormal dude. So this is one of those deals where, and to the kind of almost the Belichickian type way, is you got to take something away. For the New York Football Giants, I can't give you Saquon, I can't give you Waller, I can't give you splash plays to Paris Campbell or Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Hyatt and Paris Campbell can't have 240-plus yard plays. Can't have that. Now, if you say, okay, Saquon rushed for $110, but Daniel Jones threw for 127 yards, 150 yards, and two interceptions and 1 touchdown, I'm okay. But if Saquon's around 80, 90 yards, Darren Waller got 80, 90 yards and a touchdown, and they got 240-plus plays on the outside, you ain't getting the Daniel. Now you've given them too many options. You've allowed them to dictate the pace.
So you have to – they've got so many weapons, you've got to decide, okay, I'm willing to give here to take this away.
Yeah, because they have special weapons.
Right.
Like Saquon is a special weapon. Yeah. Like he's not just a normal back.
He's abnormal.
You know what I'm saying? Like he does special things.
He's an alien.
Yeah, he's an alien.
He's in that conversation of what he's able to do when the football's in his hand. Darren Waller, he's in that conversation, and I don't want people to be like, no, we have the pieces to defend all of them. We have to do it. The job has to be completed. This is the biggest difference from what this team was a year ago. A year ago, this team was Saquon Barkley.
That's it.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And anything extra was a bonus.
Yes.
The front office, the head coach said, we need to get more weapons. We need to be able to stretch the field. We need to be able to not allow them to say, oh, we're going to stick 6, 7, 8 guys in the box because y'all marching out some dudes who we never even heard of. And they said, okay, we're going to get the one dude in the draft who run 22 miles an hour. Cool. You going to put 8 guys in the box? No problem. We're going to take a couple shots to Jalen Hyatt and see if y'all are ready. And then eventually, if they hit, you're going to start saying, whoa.
Got to back up a little bit.
Back up a little bit. Guess what? No problem. We're going to hand the ball to number 26. Oh, now 26 getting
Quadzilla.
To Nate's point, 26 now is getting 4 yards, 5 yards of carry. Now you like, oh, do we drop back? Do we come up? Oh, now here go Darren Waller late in the football game, 3rd down. He runs an option route. You miss your tackle because he's that athletic, and now it was an 8-yard gain. Now it turns into a 45-yard gain. So it's those type of things with this Giants offense And I do think the Cowboys have the advantage defensively. Let me be very clear when I say that. I do. I'm saying that this isn't the last year's Giants football team. It's different. They have more weapons. And whatever Brian Daboll we talked about with Jonathan Hankins last year. You said, what happened to Jonathan Hankins? Well, nope. He has another year with Dan Quinn, how they want him to do, what they want him to do, and understand his role in that. Well, the same thing applies to Brian Daboll and Daniel Jones. I'm not saying Daniel Jones. I'm not pulling a Tiki Barber here, who's saying that I'll take Daniel Jones 100% of the time over Dak Prescott. Right. Whoa, buddy. Right. Whoa. Too many hits to the cranium right there, little Tiki.
Little Tiki.
But this football team, this Giants football team, is not what it was a year ago, and it's to be respected. It's to be respected. I'm not saying feared.
This isn't a cakewalk. Like I said,
it should be respected.
And you know who made it? And who really made it like that?
Who?
I want to thank Robert Prince, the wide receiver coach of the Dallas Cowboys, for jigging at their wide receiver.
Hey, before we go to break, real quick, because we gotta talk about the new motto this year. The new
the Cowboys' new motto?
Yeah.
We
got to talk
Raw
about
Dog.
That's our motto for them. That's not.
That's not their new
motto? I don't
motto?
think there's any signs hanging around the star that say Raw Dog.
Go in it raw. Go after it raw dog.
How big of a deal?
The Raw Dog Cowboys.
Nate, how hard is it, and how big of a deal is it for a rookie to start at center? Because that's the anchor of your line, right?
Yes.
Communication, all that stuff, having no game experience. How big of a deal is that? That's something to watch, right?
That's something to watch. But you know what? When you allow a rookie come in off the street out of college to start in the National Football League, that says a lot. That says a lot for him. Mm-hmm. That says a lot. That means he's smart and he's physical, and he's got decent technique,
and he's proving it to you through camp and preseason.
Through camp. I mean, it's hard to just throw a guy in there. And Coach Daboll he ain't one of them guys that's gonna hold his offense back because the lineman ain't smart enough.
Now, usually your center is your offensive line quarterback, right? Yeah. He's calling coverages and all that.
Telling him
will he be doing that as a rookie, or will they assign that to somebody else on the offensive line?
If he is doing it, he is really special. Because
that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, man.
So will they do that sometimes, shift those responsibilities to another offensive
guard,
lineman?
sometime up to a guard. But you don't want that. You want your center doing it like Mark Stepnoski did it for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, we got some new. Kurt, did you have anything to do with these signs that are around here?
No.
No?
No.
We'll talk about them next on Hanging with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they make just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year, and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys. Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holly, Nate Newton, Shannon Gross. We are the People Show, and we are back for the final segment. And the final segment is always brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. So we did some research. Kurt actually did some research in the break.
Oh, man.
I thought raw dog meant something completely different. Kurt went to urbandictionary.com, and I thought it was the second definition, which we will not read on the air. But the first definition is, Kurt?
To perform any act recklessly or without preparation.
Okay, so the sentence you use off air was what?
Put it in the sentence.
Are you studying for the test? Nah, man, I'm gonna raw dog it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, it still sounds like the second definition. The way he put it, it still sounds like the second.
It does. Like, that's what's imprinted in my mind. So
sometimes you gotta throw caution to the wind.
So I guess we can say that that's our motto on this show for this
these
team.
three guys.
No
is
preparation.
Raw dog. Well, our
we
show's
don't
actually
prepare.
We don't prepare.
That's actually our
Reckless.
show motto. No preparation, reckless.
Talked about yourself. Me and Kurt prepare.
Kurt prepares.
Me and Kurt prepare.
I guess you
it's a
prepare,
collaborative
too.
effort.
Hey,
Collaborative.
visiting team prepares. Home team just wings it over here.
I told Kurt, you guys didn't hear this because neither one of y'all watched our show. When Kurt and I had our show the other day, I said this was if this was a like a college group project, like what each one of us brings to the table.
Oh,
wow.
Like Kurt was like, Kurt was the solid one, right? The research, we give all the information to him.
Right.
Unfortunately, Nate.
Nate brings wisdom.
You were the
experience.
Nate, you were the weak link of the group, and every once in a while you'll come up with one thing. You'll be like, you know what? Damn. We could use that.
Well, we'll keep you in the group.
We'll keep you in the group.
Who is Jesse?
You bring food. And you bring food for the group. You bring food for the group. What did we say Shannon was?
Uh-oh.
He was like the excitement generator or something like that?
Yeah, you brought the energy.
Okay.
Oh, no. You did graphics. You did, if our project needed any type of graphics or any type of like kind of thing like that you brought that to the
Okay.
I presented.
Okay.
I presented. When we got to class, and he said, all right, present your project. Y'all put me in front of the class and I presented.
Okay.
So that's what we are as a
And what
as
was
a
Kurt?
study group.
Research?
Yeah, Kurt was like research guy. Make sure that we MLA format, that we don't get caught
You
in
were not
copyright
the
infringement.
presenter. I was the presenter.
You're not presenting.
I was the presenter.
You're not gonna pronounce
Now,
any
they
word
may
right
not
in our,
wanted me to
in our
present,
project.
but after all the kids said, well, wow, man, we would like Mr. Newton to do it. Because we didn't understand anything he said, but he was excited and flailing his arms around.
See, no, we I guess Nate's like C's get degrees.
You could be like,
C's get degrees.
You know how? Have you seen?
You're gonna be the weak link.
Have you ever watched someone's?
Nate goes, I got food, and we come in and we all eat.
You ever watch someone do sign language at like a rock concert?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they're just
They're in
super.
it.
Nate could help you present. He could be behind you, like doing like you could be talking, and then he could, he could bring the energy.
Yeah, and then when y'all all will be hurt when I'm walking away with the Emmy, y'all all be hurt. We like the guy in the back. Yeah, I'm telling you.
The big fella.
The big fella.
The big guy.
All right, before we get out of here, we only have 30 seconds.
For real?
Yeah, but we can talk for maybe a minute. The
That's
new
not
slogan.
You wasted half the show telling everybody.
Coach McCarthy's slogan for the year came out, and it is, what is it, Kurt?
No. What is it, Nate?
You can do anything.
No, it's not.
That your heart desires. Jesse lost his headset. He's laughing.
Talk about preparation.
We can do anything, right?
What side of the room prepped?
We can do anything, right?
We can do anything. That's the slogan. We could do anything.
The slogan is Carpe Omnia,
Omnia.
which means what?
Sees everything.
Sees everything.
We can do anything.
It's kind of the same thing.
Close.
It's close enough. So my question is, every coach, I think, has some kind of theme for every year and some kind of.
But what if the guy got my mentality? I mean, you gonna try to speak what is that, Latin?
Latin.
You gonna speak Latin and I can't even get English right. Come on, dog. You got to make it where I can understand it too.
That's my question. Do these things help? Do these slogans and these themes and, Coach McCarthy's got his mojo moments during camp. That's kind of an ongoing theme. This is a theme, and I think subliminally some of this stuff helps. It's a rallying point. It gives you talking points and lets you all kind of have a commonality. But as a player, is it just kind of like, yeah, cool, that's a cool sign?
Are we winning or are we losing?
There you go.
True.
I don't give a damn about a sign. We don't care about a sign. The only one who had a relevant sign, and Nate, you can speak on this. You won way more than I did. The only team that had a relevant sign that is pertinent to what you want to do is the Patriots. Do your job. Like that goes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But fight. What was it a couple years ago? Fight, finish.
Finish the fight.
Well, are we winning?
Fight, finish the fight. Yep.
Are we winning? Yes or no? If you're not winning, it doesn't matter.
The only sign that counts is at the end of the year.
It's a dub.
World champions.
That's it.
Not NFC East attendee, championship game attendee.
Divisional playoff winner.
Yeah, no, fight for the divisional playoff exit. No, like to me, they've never mattered in any place that I've ever been, high school, college, or pros.
What about you, Nate?
I just want to get to the NFC Championship game.
All right. Tomorrow, 888-855-2297.
They should put "we good."
It will be Friday, and we will take
that
fan
should be the
calls.
slogan. We good.
We good. He a weak link, but we good.
And we have football this week. We got football tonight, right?
Yes.
Kansas City and Detroit.
Yes, the banner.
The Travis Kelce list.
Yeah, he's
the Chris Jones list.
Chris Jones.
He's the bigger missing
piece.
And
how long is that going to go on? Who knows, man?
Who knows?
All right, fellas, enjoyed it. Enjoy the game tonight. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about the game tomorrow, but we are going to take calls. We want to hear from you tomorrow. It's been a long time. 888-855-2297.
I thought it was 817-290.
That's the text line.
Okay.
Text and calls.
Text. Yeah, I'll pull the computer up. We want to hear your voices though. So, all right, good show, fellas. We will see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place.
Jazz and Jill
hanging with the boys. Thanks, Jazz, for running the board.
Yeah,
we'll see
Jazz
you tomorrow.
Jill got green hair. We're gonna get it back red,
back
brown, back black.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!